Hello there, guys and gals. It's Pearl Jr. here. I can't believe there's still more information. I mean, it's been over 11 years and I still have Michael Jackson death hoax info. I mean, really. All right, guys. Okay. So, I am so glad you're here. I see familiar faces. Oh, Teresa's number one. Hi, Teresa. All right, let's get started. There's quite a few things I want to go over with you guys, okay? One of them is in New Jersey. A guy got caught faking his death, and he committed all kinds of crimes. I don't want anybody to say, see, they're skimming information and they're going, see, faking your death is against the law. No, it's not. It is, a law is a law no matter if you fake your death or not. Breaking a law is breaking a law. So, you can't break any laws in the act of faking your death, but you're allowed to disappear and start anew and fake your death and do whatever. You're allowed to do that. It's no statute against faking your death, okay? I think I went through that very emphatically. I have quotes by an insurance company. I have quotes by a lawyer. I think I have a quote by the FBI spokesperson in a live too. Okay, so you guys that are like really have intellectual curiosities, go ahead and make sure you watch the Alive docu-series, okay? All right, so anyway, let me tell you what he did. He owed money, so he faked his death so he wouldn't have to pay his debt. Then he committed fraud, and then he ran from the government, ran from the police, and he did all kinds of stuff. So he broke laws. Michael didn't, okay? Even to the point where the memorial was and the police at the Staples Center and the city services, Michael paid for all of them, okay? Very crafty, very smart, very crafty. It's all about dipping and dodging, making sure you don't break no laws. Plus this guy, you know how he got caught? He got caught, let me just show you the story. He was in New Jersey. He got caught because of a typo, okay? It was so ridiculous. Oh, my computer's so slow. I got a lot of stuff saved on here, so let me not use it all up. But anyway, he did a typo, and he forged a death certificate. And in the death certificate that he forged, he spelled the word registry wrong, okay? Michael did not sign any death certificate, okay? Michael forged no death certificate. Michael, 911 called. Alberto Alvarez really believed. Michael didn't say Alberto called the 911. Michael used body doubles like he always does. Michael used a decoy like he always does. Michael used an impersonator like he always does, okay? So it's right in the pattern of what Michael Jackson does. That's how come he can do it, because people should have checked. That's why Catherine and Joe didn't see the dead body. I saw Catherine rushing to get into UCLA with my own eyes. But you won't walk 10 steps to go make sure that that's your son's dead body? And he fell asleep, so therefore it's not like a mangle where he was, burned or car accident. I can understand not wanting to see the last images of your child mangled up. I can understand that, but if it was my kid, I probably would want to make sure. Anyway, but then you got to live with that. But anyway, Catherine said she didn't want to see him. Joe said he wanted to see him smiling. There's no more beautiful death than falling asleep and dying. Okay, and we saw Michael 12 hours earlier, right? So he didn't look that bad 12 hours earlier, and this is it, right? All right, so Michael didn't break any laws, okay? And remember, Alberto Alvarez never said it was Michael Jackson on the 911 call, right? And then Conrad Murray admitted that body into the hospital under the name of Isolation, and the blood work was done under the name of Trauma Gershwin, okay? So it's not just Michael Joseph Jackson that's the wrong name, okay? And then I went over the EMT's report. They had the wrong name. They had the name spelled wrong. They had the birthday wrong. They had the zip code wrong. So they didn't even know. They were guessing, okay? Because I'm sure nobody's told. Conrad Murray didn't say this is Michael Jackson. They just probably assumed it, but they said it looked like a cancer hospice patient who had been suffering a long illness. Watch the Alive trilogy. I got receipts for everything that I say. All right, so we got that one out of the way, that Michael Jackson broke no laws. It's really brilliantly pulled off. Brilliantly. Okay? And alleged victim, alleged date. I mean, if you hear alleged victim and alleged date and you don't go, uh-oh, something ain't right with that, then you just don't have intellectual curiosity, and maybe the death hoax is above your pay grade, above how you can think, above your thinking capacity. Okay? But anyway, so we have that. Then we also have, let me see, Oprah, karma. Oprah, if you ever are on this channel and you want to hear what I have to say, Michael didn't deserve you turning on him like that. He really didn't. He was there for you in '93 and gave you that big worldwide interview that was all over the world. And he gave it to a black woman because he's a black man and black people help each other, right? Because, you know, we're the lowest man on the totem pole, right? We're getting our butts kicked in money, finances, blah, blah, blah. Unless you can sing and dance, you know, run, jump, sing and dance, right? And that's only, you know, a few thousand black people that are making a lot of money, singing, dancing, jumping, and running. Okay, it's only thousands. Okay, it's not millions of us, right? And then we do have other black people, but the majority of us black people are not doing so well, especially under, you know, the current administration. Even though he says it's the highest unemployment for blacks and Latinos, that's Obama layover. That is Obama residual effects. Okay, not Trump. Okay, all right. So we have Oprah. I remember looking at Oprah's magazine when it was about this thick. I mean, it was a thick old magazine, maybe about 15 years ago. It was really thick. A lot of advertisers. And I was going through her magazine for whatever reason. And I know Gail, her buddy Gail, was running the magazine back then. There were no black couples. I didn't see any images with a black male and a black female in the picture. I'm just saying. Okay, so you guys, when you see a black person turning on a black person, that does not mean that they don't have something, you know, anti-black in their mind or in their heart or in their soul. Doesn't mean that, okay? Oprah's magazine now is about this thin. Really, really thin. Because I looked at it like maybe a month or two ago and I was like, ooh, girl, you know. But most magazines are moving online and everything's moving away from paperless. Well, Oprah is moving more towards a paperless old magazine to on digital. It's supposed to weed out the paper magazines by the end of this year, but they might do specials where they'll do a few editions in paper. But her magazine's supposed to be doing real good. 2.2 million paid subscribers. It's supposed to be doing pretty good. I don't know. But I'm just saying, Oprah, when you did Michael wrong, you really turned a lot of people off, because Wade and James and that Leaving Neverland had nothing but words. Okay, you should know better as a reporter that words alone don't mean anything. You have to have proof, evidence, facts, and clues. And the karma is the guy in charge of the Hertz magazine, which is the umbrella on which O magazine is published. Da-dun-da-dun. He was accused of sexual improprieties. Okay? So what you gonna do with him? Are you gonna put him on your show and put him on blast and do a special and tell the whole world that you believe that he's guilty, like you did with Michael? That was cold-blooded, Oprah. That was wrong, girl. And Latoya was on your network. That was cold-blooded. Catherine welcomed you into her house, that you interview her and nieces and nephews and Paris, Prince, and Blanket. That was cold-blooded, Oprah, and everybody knew it. And especially the comment, when you're young and somebody's rubbing on your private parts, that feels good. Remember that part? It feels good. No, it doesn't if you're being molested. It doesn't feel good. It feels very awkward and it feels uncomfortable. It feels wrong. So Oprah, you and then Christy Teigen, John Legend's wife, oh my God. Some of the tweets, which were total pedophilia. Total pedophilia. We never had anything like that. Michael never said anything like what Oprah said. Michael never, he never tweeted that he was sexually attracted to little boys. Ever. But these other people, they get away with it, right? But Michael, they want to bring down his legacy because he was the greatest. He is the greatest. He is. He was the greatest, because he had Thriller and all that. But he is still living now because he faked his death. Okay. All right, so we did Oprah. I got more stuff. I can't believe that I still got stuff. Okay. Before we're going to get to another symbolism that represents the living dead, and it's from the Jehovah's Witness website. Before I get to that one, I can't believe that I forgot it. I cannot believe all this time that I didn't catch it. Okay, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. Okay, so we're going to go to right now. Okay, no, not there yet. Not that one. Not that one. We're going to go to Akon. Okay, Akon. Okay. The Jacksons, let me turn my camera around. If you guys have watched Alive 4, okay, and I beg you to watch the Alive, you know that Akon, I have receipts, is a believer that Michael faked his death. I have him talking about it. And he's also a believer that Brandon Howard is Michael Jackson's biological son, okay? So everybody that's afraid to give their opinions because they think the Jackson estate is not going to like them, well, Akon, they promoted Akon just yesterday, okay? And it says, if you miss Akon's playlist on the Michael Jackson channel on Sirius, you can catch it again tonight, which was last night, 7 p.m. Eastern. And it said, tune in and hear what MJ songs Akon has been listening to, okay? Akon is a believer. I don't know how he feels, he could have changed his mind, 5 minutes ago. I don't know, but I have him saying that he believes that Michael's alive, he's in Alive 4, and also that Brandon Howard is Michael Jackson's biological son, right? So we're going to get to that, and so Akon's being published. Now, this channel 50 on Sirius Satellite Radio, it is, has already turned to the Prince channel. So it was 10 days of Michael. I think it's going to be 10 days of Prince and 10 days of someone else. Okay, you can Google it if you want. But yesterday I was in my car and I went listening to it, and it was Prince. And Prince is great too. Okay, and some people believe Prince faked his death. I'm not studying Prince. I'm not a death hoax investigator. I am not a death hoax investigator. I'm a Michael Jacksonologist. So believe me, if my investigation through Michael Jackson would have proved that Michael Jackson was murdered or that Michael Jackson was dead, that's what I would be reporting. That's what I would be reporting. Right? I didn't bring up the death hoax. Why would I want there to be a death hoax? I don't have any impartialness to a death hoax. I'm not, an Elvis death hoax chaser. You don't find anything before I came out about the death hoax. Matter of fact, it took me all the way from June 25th, 2009, all the way to Valentine's Day, even to take it seriously, and 2 full notebooks worth of notes for me to go, yeah, I think there's something to Michael Jackson's death hoax. And then I double checked it for 3 months, and then I wrote the book, Suicide Did Michael Jackson Fake His Death to Save His Life, to make sure that everything in my notes was correct, and it was correct. It was correct. Then we did the documentary and so on and so forth, okay? And here I am, 11 years later, still with death hoax information. Now, people are like, come on. If Michael was dead, believe me, I might have gotten one documentary out of it. Okay? That's it. It would have just cut out. Nothing else to report. Nothing. Okay? But how is it jam-packed 350 minutes? And we have enough for an Alive 5 that hopefully will start producing in the next week or two. Maybe. Cecil might be called back to work, and if Cecil's called back to work, then we can't do it, right? But California right now might be having another lockdown because our COVID cases are rising, okay? So, anyway, but, money gets funny, change gets strange, and boy, please, guys, if I don't collect unemployment, okay? So, I got to be able to afford to do this. I have to be able to afford to do this. And you guys know I put the money right back. into another Michael documentary, another Michael product, another Michael something for you fans, because I can know it and keep it all to myself, right? I do these documentaries and these books and these videos for you fans. For you fans. That's who I do it for. And believe me, it costs a lot more to make these documentaries and research them than it does for you to watch them. Okay? So, anyway, I'm going to segue to, I think the perfect, okay, I'm going to get to it in a minute. All right, I'm going to go here because I want to do some thank yous, okay? And I think I should read this little letter that I promised, okay? Thank you, fans. Here you go. Thank you, fans, for donating for my birthday to Make-A-Wish and to No Kid Hungry. Thank you so very much. We did this for my birthday, and we collected $644 for Make-A-Wish and $400 for No Kid Hungry. My goal was to hopefully collect 1,000, and we exceeded that for 1,044. I do not collect the money. I do not touch the money. Facebook does, and Facebook distributes it, collects it, and administers it. So I decided to write a letter to these organizations because Make-A-Wish was one of Michael's favorite organizations, and No Kid Hungry, which is just totally Michael, because Michael felt like if you treated kids with love and you took good care of them, they'll grow up to be much better adults, and if they're better adults, then you have world peace. You have a more peaceful world. So I'm with you. So here are some of the names of the people who donated for my birthday to these organizations. And this is the letter that Make-A-Wish and No Kid Hungry will be receiving. Okay? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Fans are so wonderful, and so giving. And I thank you guys for that. Okay? Because I didn't want you guys spending any money on my birthday. Okay, so from then, let's see. Henry Vicaro. Henry Vicaro. You guys know I told you guys about the Vacarro thing. Well, I want to thank C Girl of Norway. We wish you well, honey. I know you're not doing so well and you're suffering, and so I just want to mention your name. Anne, her name is Anne Lise of Norway. So wishing you the best, okay, honey? Remember the Michael treatment. Remember the meditation I told you guys about? Okay, try that. She says she does it all the time. All right, so just a shout out to her. And Deborah Looney, she passed away. She was a Michael fan, so I just want to say rest in peace to her as well. All right, so, and everybody, please be safe. Wear your mask, okay? Because it's going to block some spit getting into your mouth, and it's going to block your spit getting into somebody else's mouth, okay? When you talk and you have the spray, and we all can't help it, so that it's particles, okay? So wear the mask, okay? Wear any kind of face covering, because some face covering is doggone well better than no face covering, okay? All right? So better safe than sorry is my motto, and it's a simple thing to do. It's a simple, easy thing to do. All right. Let's see what else. Let's see. Am I going to go there yet? Oh, we got to go Henry Vicaro. Okay, my last live, Henry Vicaro had a storage. They got into a situation with the Jacksons. Okay, here we go. I got some good stuff coming. Okay, Henry Vicaro had a guitar company, like I told you guys. And he went to do business with the Jacksons. The Jacksons bought his guitar company. Things got belly up and didn't go right or something. And then he got a judgment against them. The allegations, the 93 allegations, and things didn't go right. And then he won a judgment because they stopped paying him. And they never were able to serve Janet and Michael because they could never get close enough to him. But he served all the other family members. And he won a judgment, but Catherine, according to Henry Vicaro, she never paid, and they never paid, and they said they didn't own anything, blah, blah, blah. So he's trying to figure out how he's going to get his, whatever, I think it was $1.5 million judgment. And so he found out they had a storage unit full of stuff, right? And what is similar is the Howard Mann, Catherine Jackson stuff that the estate made them stop selling. Remember that back in 2009, no, 2010, when her book Never Can Say Goodbye, there was lawsuits, the estate and everything, Howard Mann, they had to stop. Anyway, he had something called Michael Jackson's Vault, and so did Henry Vicaro, and the stuff was stuff from a bankruptcy, and this is stuff from a bankruptcy as well, because the Jacksons were supposed to show up. They were supposed to show up to court with a $60,000 check, and they showed up and they didn't have the $60,000, and Henry, first he wanted, then it was taken away, then he wanted again, and blah. But anyway, I believe it's the same stuff. Okay, I believe it's the same stuff. Now, he did an interview, and I'm gonna and I thank you, Black Dolls Matter. Okay, I think that's the name of her, Black Dolls Matter. Okay. And here is the name of the interview that he did in 2019. And he tells the story. He doesn't mention Catherine Jackson's Never Can Say Goodbye with Howard Mann, but the situation sounds the same. Okay? And I went on his channel. I think this is his channel. And those videos that I told you guys about that was up in 2009, they're gone. They're still not up. Okay, they're still not up, at least on this and on this HW Vacarro channel. Okay, so this is the name of the video. He gives an interview. He pretty much tells the story about what happened, right? And so anyway, here's a Michael, would sign his name, Love MJ. All right, I'm just gonna let it play. Okay, and then you guys are gonna see that I have this in a live for. What's that? That's Miki Howard, okay? And that's MJ signature, okay? That came, this right here is in a live 4 because I do a whole segment about Brandon Howard being Michael Jackson's secret biological son. That's what I believe. This is Miki Howard, okay? This is the Miki Howard picture, okay? And it's in the Vacarro collection. He's telling you, this is what I have, okay? This is what I got, right? And there's other stuff, he talks about, he has, let me turn this around. He talks about the Motown ID. I have that somewhere. Okay, here it is right here. I'm just going to keep talking. All right, I'll turn this around. And Michael's Motown ID. And if you look close enough, see, he's going to show it to you. Michael's Motown ID. That's how we got it. He signed it Michael Joe Jackson. Okay? Signed it Michael Joe Jackson. Okay? So,
Michael's. Then there's boxes of Latoya's, there's boxes of Joseph and Catherine, there's 3 boxes of Jackson 5.
Okay, I had this saved. Okay? And oh, let me show you. See all the boxes of stuff that he has? But I don't think he can do much with it, okay? Because the estate owns the rights to Michael Jackson's image and likeness and something. It's funny. It's, but anyway, it's a whole bunch of stuff, you guys. It's so much Michael Jackson stuff. I mean, my God, But as far as last year, he is saying that he still owns it, okay? He still owns it. But I don't think he has the rights to do anything with it. So it's a little confusing. You guys can spend time, looking it up and researching it if you want. Okay. Okay. Researching it if you want to. Okay. All right. So, that's the Henry Vicaro story. I gave you guys where you can get some more information about it. And Catherine's was called, if you Google Catherine Jackson, Never Can Say Goodbye, Howard Mann, Vault, because they both had something, a website called something something Vault, and Catherine had one something something Vault. Okay, so I'm just saying. Okay, all right. So, and I thank you guys. When I talk to you guys, somebody's gonna know the answer. Somebody's gonna be smart enough. So anyway, so apparently, they took those videos down of him talking junk about the Jacksons, and I assumed, since the videos were down, and Catherine was involved with Howard Mann with the same, stuff from bankruptcy court that was in storage, I figured it was the same thing. Is it? I don't know. Henry's a little weird, so, what's true, what's not true, I don't know, but that's on you guys. Okay, but anyway, so anyway, So Miki Howard, right? So I have a whole segment in a live 4 about Brandon. And the more I look at Brandon and Michael's situation, the more he looks like Michael's son. The more you investigate, the more it leads you that is Michael's secret son. Okay? All right. And then I told you guys, what's he doing hanging around with Lisa Marie Presley's kid that's 12 years younger? I'm just saying. Okay? All right. So, let's see what else. Where am I? Okay, am I at, I think, oh, Johanna. Joanna helped me with the fake death story, so thank you. All right. So, now for the symbolism that I never caught on until today. Yesterday. I found it yesterday. Okay? So, I'm going to turn this around. We're going to experience it together. Okay? All right. Jehovah Witness, jw.org. Okay? What is an angel? Who or what are angels? Right? Angels are beings who have greater power and ability than humans. They exist in heaven or the spirit realm, which is a level of existence higher than the physical universe. So, let me turn the camera around. It's safe to say that angels are also a part of the living dead. Right? If you're looking for symbolisms and you're doing non-verbal communications like Michael's done with the Ankh symbol, with his 777, with his the zombies and the living dead, and even having invincible and looking like a ghost, and werewolves and mummies, and all these are symbolisms of the living dead. So are angels. Right? Okay. And what triggered me to think of that was this photo. I looked at this photo. Please let it still be up. Not this one. Oh, man. Oh, I have it, guys. I have it. I do have it. Okay, here we go. So I was looking at this this photo of Michael, and I was like, Michael likes nonverbal communication. He wears all kinds of things, on his in his clothing, because you got to be creative when you're trying to design something. So if I was a designer, I'd be like, well, what did you think of this, and what do you think of that, and what do you think of this, and this, that, this, right? All right, here we go. Here's Michael. And I think this is in 2008 at the photo shoot. 2007, 2008. Look at Michael. He's wearing an angel necklace. He's telling us he's getting ready to be the living dead because we know he uses symbolisms. When he went to the family dinner that they lied and said it was an anniversary of Joe and Catherine's marriage. Joe and Catherine got married in November. This was in May. Okay, Michael was wearing pants with the ink symbol. The MJ Jackson 1958, that is him wearing the red jacket, but it had the ink symbol. And this is it. He wore a red and black jacket with the ink symbol, right? The Grim Reaper cape. These are all symbolisms that Michael used to tell us that he was going to be the living dead. He even says it in the song Threatened on the Invincible album, and that's when he was really going to fake his death. Watch Alive 2 and Alive 3 for that, okay? So, here you are. The angel, right? The angels. The living dead. Angels are from heaven. That means they're dead, but they're still alive because they're spirits like ghosts. Okay? Now, here is this from the Michael album. The album that says I Live on the Lip, and with the empty red royal chair up in the sky, featuring up in the sky, and then a flying Peter Pan, so you know that he means the sky. Okay? Up there. So, the empty red royal chair, symbolically in heaven, empty. And then you have Michael. Let me see if there we go. You have Michael here on earth. on earth. I'm here on earth. I'm not in heaven. I'm on earth with an angel protecting me, living dead. I'm telling you, this album, Michael album, is full of so many death hoax clues. Okay? Guys, it's, if you know what I know, it's impossible to believe Michael Jackson is dead. Impossible. Everything leads up to Michael faked his death except for words coming out of people's mouth. The casket was closed. He died in his sleep, supposedly. Beautiful. Karen talking about, oh, there was a rip on his lip. I break that down too. I break down that whole 9-hour thing that Karen said. I break that down with the different color ears. Come on, and a lie for. Come on. Anybody that comes and challenges me to say you're terrible because you say Michael faked his death, most important thing, Michael being alive is a good thing. So I'm reporting good, positive information. Okay? Those people who don't want to listen to me and they just want Michael to be dead. They'd rather Michael be dead than me be right. Because it's about hating me. It's not about Michael Jackson. Okay? Period. Because why wouldn't you welcome some information when there's so much of it? Okay, I'm not. All right, I'll just I'll stop lecturing. Anyway, so you guys can watch Alive 1, 2, 3, and 4 on Vimeo. You can watch Alive 2 and 3 on Amazon. You can watch A Prisoner of Fame on Amazon Prime. And you can go to michaeljacksoninsider.com. Okay, do you guys think this is too much? Okay, I did something to Michael Jackson Insider. Okay, let's see if I can pull that up real quick. Okay. I mean, so anybody who said that's... How you know Michael drew that picture? Henry Vicaro had it. And Michael's stuff is where he found it. And I find it kind of weird that out of all that stuff, in this interview, they picked the drawing of Miki Howard? I'm just saying. And why Michael drawing a picture of Miki Howard? Brandon don't look like him, talk like him, sound like him, built like him for nothing. And Billie Jean. Come on. Okay, so anyway, so we're going to go here real quick. And you guys tell me if this is a bit much. But I think I deserve this title. I think I deserve this. I really do. I think that I've worked really, really hard. And I deserve this. Okay, you guys think this is too much? Look on michaeljacksoninsider.com. The world's #1 expert on Michael Jackson's death hoax. I think I worked that hard. Nobody else has 4 documentaries, a book, and a short film, and thousands of posts. Okay? Thousands of posts and hundreds of videos. Okay? So all the links are here, guys. All the links to all the Michael Jackson documentaries are here. Even Pseudocide. And then somebody said, well, why don't you put the pictures in order as of date? So I'll have Cecil do that when he has some time. Okay. And here's me with, Jermaine, with Papa Joe, with John Bronca, Tom Mesereau, Brandon, which Peter Michael Bobby sent that up. Jermaine again. Nico Brando, Kenny Ortega, Angel, Latoya, Brenda Ritchie, Randy Jr., and Austin. Okay, that's Reeby's son. Okay, and then, this is more stuff, and that's the Pseudocide, and here are all the events that I've covered, and where we've gotten some coverage. Okay, so Michael Jackson Death Hoax has been featured, and all the events that we've covered. And then there's me and Cecil there on the bottom. All right, so guys, with that, I think I got all my notes. I think I got all my notes together. Yep. So everybody be safe. Wear your mask. Okay, better safe than sorry. You can take it off when you get home, but put it on when you're around people. Simple. Easy thing to do. Easy thing to do. And if you can't breathe through a mask, well, maybe you shouldn't leave the house. Maybe you should have someone else go out and do the shopping for you. Okay? Or not be around people. When you go out for your walk or whatever, don't be around anybody. Okay? because we're trying. We got to do something. Ooh, guess what happened with Trump? Ronald Reagan's foundation said, "Don't be associating our stuff with you." That is a bam. They said, "You don't be using Ronald Reagan's name and likeness, Trump. We not you." He's losing it. He's losing it. And then he says now our people, meaning his people, are now getting COVID. You know, I hate to be so cynical, but was he trying to kill off the Democrats? That's why he didn't care about, masks and telling us to be safe, because less voters. Oh God, that's a terrible thought, isn't it? But why would you all of a sudden differentiate our people are getting it now, meaning his people, meaning white people, meaning his Republican white people are getting it now. So now let's put on the mask. You guys, that's not a leader. You gotta give up Trump. The jig is up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. The country, our country, is now going to be considered a shithole country. And with that, I gotta go. I don't think we can take 6 more months again. I really don't. I think that he's gotta go now, or we're really going to be a shithole country in 6 months. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's the worst I've ever seen, and I'm a 57-year-old woman. Okay? So I love you guys, and I wish you the best, and be safe. Be safe out there, and I will see you next time.
I can breathe, I can eat, I can die in my sleep. You're always there in my dreams. I wanna spin. Is that what that is?
Maybe you should try. What? You should try. No.
Alleged victim, Michael Joseph Jackson. Alleged date of June 25th, 2009.